I'm not the kind to make this move. Your smile says you can tell it too. I'm just nervous, you're real pretty. You say, Shally, was I speaking? Yeah, you say you're crashing quickly. I say I'm a kamikaze. I say I'm a kamikaze. You roll your eyes, but you lean a little closer. Ooh, I think you're catching on to me. Ooh, I think I'm gonna let you. Ooh, I think you're catching on to me. Ooh, I think I'm gonna la la la. Oh oh oh. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh oh oh. La 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 la. What's your name if I can ask? You say I don't give out my number. That's okay. What's your address? And you say, Jesus, what a stalker. Yeah, they say he's everywhere. But anyway, now what's your number? You say, what a unicorn. I say, I like it on the cob. I say, I like it on the cob. I might have misheard you, but you know what I mean. Ooh, I think you're catching on to me. Ooh, I think I'm gonna let you. Ooh, I think you're catching on to me. Ooh, I think I'm gonna la la la. Oh oh oh. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh oh oh. La 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 la. We're already at church, and you're already in love. Why don't we get married? I'm a licensed minister. I'm a licensed minister. You say I thought you were a kamikaze. I say that isn't comprehensive. Ooh, I think you're catching on to me. Ooh, I think I'm gonna let you. Ooh, I think you're catching on to me. Ooh, I think I'm gonna la 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 la. Oh oh oh. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh oh oh. La 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 la. I think I'm gonna let you.
Top of the morning to you. Let's kick this week off. How's it going? Good morning, lady. I'm well. I'm very well. I just gotta go ahead and unmute something here because now I can't hear you for whatever reason. But welcome to the show here on a Monday morning. The sun is gonna be shining today. A beautiful one, partly cloudy skies. Looking at a high of 54 degrees today. Yeah. Yeah. Going to be real nice. I'm not sure what happened there, Carrie, but I'm having a hard time hearing you. I can't hear you. No.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you. Now I can't hear you.
Now can you
No,
hear?
now I can hear you. Let's
Okay.
go with whatever you're doing right there.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's stick right there with that. Yeah, high of 54 today, breezy sky, breezy conditions throughout the day today. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be a little cloudy. Looks like we're going to have a chance for a little bit of rain. High of 61 mañana tomorrow. That's pretty crazy. And then Wednesday, chance for snow, high of 36.
That's
So
crazy.
it's going to be one of those roller coasters. The weather roller coaster is what we're on.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, crazy. And then when we get up to the weekend, if we take a look forward to the weekend, looking at a high of 60 over the weekend. So that time of year, crazy weather, the ups and downs, but that's how it goes. Welcome to New Living Mornings Now. My name is Carson, and that is
I'm
Carrie.
Carrie.
Appreciate you taking the time and checking things out with newlivingnow.com, our professional referral resource. And speaking of a few pros, want to give some props out to Bartlett Auto Glass, a wonderful company out of Appleton. You got yourself a cracked windshield. I did. They took care of it quick and was one of the cheaper ones throughout the area. Line Chiropractic, Dr. Grant, Dr. Alyssa, and Nina. If you're looking for some chiropractic help, those guys can help you out there. And Fox Valley Surface Cleaners. It's about that time of year where the outside of the house is going to need a little tuning up, a little cleaning, scrubbing off some of the winter. And Dustin can help you out with that. Great guy. And I've shot some great videos with him. So special thanks to those guys. And of course, that artist that we just saw right there, JD Eicher, Mile of Music artist. One of them is going to be taking the stage coming up in August, starts August 1st through the 4th, over 200 artists, 40 venues. We're just super lucky to have something like that, such a huge event right in our backyards. It's super cool stuff. And we got the details linked for that right here at newlivingnow.com. How was your weekend?
It was a chill weekend. So just got some stuff done around the house, went and saw a band, and just chilled.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, which band did you go see? And you're referring to the one that I was with you, right? That one.
Yeah. Yeah. You were there, Chris.
I was there. I
You
was
were there.
also there. I have been sick all weekend and it just seems to keep getting worse. I don't
Ew.
know what is going on with me. So I just did the old COVID test just to see if maybe that's what I got. I'm not sure, but I feel like you ever have strep throat?
I have.
Oh, that's kind of what it feels like.
That's not
Like you're just
good.
swallowing razor blades.
I have a feeling we'll have a short show today.
We'll try to get through it. We'll do what we can. But
Good.
yeah, my head feels like it's gonna explode and popping pills all night long, trying to take anything just to take it away. And it just she's just not she's not letting go. Struggling. And it's been like like freaking 5 days now. I've not felt well since like Wednesday, and it just keeps getting worse. It's not like getting better. So I don't know what's going on.
You sound like
But
a typical man crying because he has a cold. Because if it
yeah, I've
were
got the
me,
man
I
flu.
would if it were me, I would have been like, "Yeah, not feeling well today," and you got your little violin out, making everyone want to feel sorry for you because you have a man
Oh.
cold.
See, if you were sick, if you had a cold, I'd have been like, "Do you need some chicken noodle soup? I'll go get some. I'll go make you some chicken dumpling soup." If
The
that was
problem is I wouldn't whine about it.
well, I'm a whiner. That's how it goes, and I hate being sick. Yep.
Do you want some chicken noodle soup, Chris?
No, no, I'll make my own, thank you very much. That
I
ship
make
has sailed.
I make
Oh,
really good chicken noodle soup. Oh, come on, I'm just
yeah, whatever.
giving you
But,
some
I
poop
mean,
emoji.
I have seen some of the stuff that you've whipped together and fed your office folks, so, I mean, does look like you know your way around a kitchen,
I
not
do.
gonna lie.
I do.
So I mean, if you really, really want to make some chicken
If
noodle
you
soup,
really wanna make some chicken noodle soup.
you wanna go out of your way to do it, who am
Yeah.
I to stop you? Yeah, I gotta do so. I am a baby, but most men are. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
guess we can't deny that. Not most men, a lot of men. I am a man and one of them. When I am sick, I am a giant baby. I am. I am just a giant baby. I just want to be left alone. If there isn't anybody there to take care of me and pamper me, then just leave me alone. Okay. That's kind of how I go with it.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. I just literally feel like it's that way at my house. Even with my boys, when one of them is sick, it's like, "Mom, what should I take? I'm not feeling good." It's like, "Okay, let's go over to the medicine cabinet." And mind you, they're gonna be 22 next month. So it's not like they're little boys. Mom, what should I
Mhm.
take? My oldest will still call me from lacrosse. I'm not feeling good. What should I get?
A wife? A
Oh,
girlfriend?
he has a
Somebody
girl.
else to take over these duties?
He has a girlfriend, but she's not by him, so but it's good to
Mm.
feel wanted as a mother, though. Like, your parenting never stops even though your kids get older.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
You'll understand.
you know, I think about it often how blessed I am with Landon. He's not a whiner. You
No?
know, the kid doesn't miss school. He, if I think I don't think he's missed a day of school yet this year because of being sick. Last year, his junior year, he did, I believe it was 1 or 2 days, and it was legitimate. Like, he walks up to the top of the steps, and I was like, "Dude,
You don't
uh,
look good.
are you all right?" And, he's just like, "Maybe I should stay home today, Dad." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, stay home." He doesn't whine. He's nothing like me. My kid is the exact opposite of me in almost all regards, which is good for him, which is he's very lucky for that. Uh, he's a tough guy though. He powers through it and yeah, I'm fortunate for that. Yes, my brain is so not working today. 22 days till spring, though it feels like it's already here. There's no doubt about that. Sipping on some coffee this morning. I actually picked up some Bedrock coffee roasters out of Nina over the weekend. I got some of their Indonesian Sumatra blend this morning. That's what I'm sharing. What's in your cup of coffee this morning? That looks like water.
It's actually tea,
Tea, cold tea?
hot tea.
You're
See,
drinking hot tea out of a giant thermos?
yeah, isn't that awesome?
Go you.
Yeah.
Rule breaker.
How am I a rule breaker?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm barely with it right now, so just bear with me. All right.
I didn't know there was a rule book on not on drinking coffee or tea versus coffee. Actually, what I'm trying to do is cut down on my caffeine intake
Why is that?
because I feel like I drink a lot of coffee.
I get it. What kind of tea are you drinking? Because
Green
tea
tea,
can have way more caffeine than coffee.
green tea.
Isn't there like a bunch of
It's
caffeine
like
in
40% to what one cup of coffee is.
really? You've done the
Mhm.
math?
No, because I literally looked it up. That's why I bought it.
I thought there was more or as much caffeine in
No,
tea,
it's about
like green tea.
40%. Depends on how
Really?
strong your coffee is.
A spoon could stand up straight in it and not tip over. Like,
Ugh,
no, it's not that.
that's too
It's
thick.
not that. No, that's not that thing. That's espresso.
Espresso.
Welcome to the show. If you happen to be joining us, go ahead, leave a comment below. Again, coming up on Friday, we'll be giving away gift cards to somebody. You just got to throw a comment or a like or a share, and we'll put you into the drawing, and we'll be giving that away on Friday. Something for us to look forward to as we roll through the day here today. On it's National Send a Letter to an Elder Day today, so I just keep an
Aw,
eye out. There'll be one showing up for you.
that's cute. I wonder if there's people that are organizing it like at schools or like even in assisted living homes. That would have been cool to know about because
I thought
they
you were
get
gonna go off on
lonely
me because I was referring to you as an elder.
to
I'm like,
me.
"Oh, like, elder? Alright, I'm gonna send Carrie a letter today on National Elder Day."
Why? Because I'm 2 years older than you.
I
Wiser
believe
too.
by definition, you are an elder, okay? And that's all that matters.
Oh, that is like the worst thing a woman wants to be called is old.
I know.
It's like, oh. But
Carson's such a jerk.
I learned when my parents died that growing old is a privilege, so I will take it.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. It's also National Set a Good Example Day,
Hmm.
so I don't know how I'm gonna go about that, but maybe send an elder a card.
Smart.
Uh, Also National Pistachio Day. So our national days there, and I do love pistachios. Do you like pistachios?
I love pistachios.
Who
Have you
doesn't
had
love
the pistachio coffee at Starbucks?
I've not.
It's really good.
The pistachio flavored coffee, like a
Yeah.
latte kind of thing, a
Yeah.
pistachio latte. I have
Yeah.
not.
It's pretty good.
I would not be opposed to it though. I'd give that bad boy a try.
Go try her out.
Yeah, uh, for sure. Um, so I tried working on things over the weekend, trying to figure things out with sharing stuff so that you and I can have like I came up with an idea for what do you tube, not one word, but two, right?
I love it.
So what do you watch? And been trying to figure out how to use the technology that we've got and the platforms that we're using to do this live broadcast and share some of this stuff. And I think maybe I've got it figured out a little bit. Like I'm just gonna push a button here, and I'm not gonna guarantee anything, but we're gonna see
Ooh.
what happens. So did you see that? Could you hear it?
I could.
Well, if you could, then I'm guessing everybody else can. That is one of the this is one of my favorite things to watch.
Do you wanna know what? It's one of my favorite things to watch too.
Yes, it's gross, super gross. Man cleaning a carpet or a rug, but there is something just so satisfying about that. I just I just absolutely love it. Like I kind of want to go into this business. Like if all of this falls apart, real estate doesn't work for me, I'm just gonna go get one of those machines. And I want to start cleaning people's carpets.
I wanna know what happened to the rug and why they don't wanna throw it away. I mean,
Why? How did it get so nasty? Were you walking barefoot on that thing in your house?
well, I feel like maybe the house flooded.
I don't know, but the stuff that they can do. We'll shoot her up to the end here so you can see like that thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he turns that into like a 45-minute video. And it's one of those things that when I'm working in my office, I'll sit down and I'll have the TV set in the background. And that's the kind of stuff that I have on. It's not I'm not there's no shows or anything on. It's that or this one here. Literally all they're doing is emptying a cargo ship of rock and sand and coal or whatever. And
So
for
you just
whatever reason, I find that super satisfying. And just to have that little noise in the background while I'm working, it helps me focus. I don't know what it is. Super weird, but it's like, look at that. I want to be in there. I want to make it do that.
it's like
Yeah, look at
climatic.
that. That's a big load coming down right there. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah. Yeah. See, you're
Oh
like,
my
you can
gosh.
see that it's gonna like, oh, that one right there that just broke off. You just knew it was coming. Like
How
that
do
whole
you
thing's gonna slide. Yes. Yes. And then it's just gonna keep on happening. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why I find those kinds of things satisfying. If you're watching right now, what do you watch? What do you tube? What are the videos like that for me? What what sticks out? What do you watch? Do you have anything that you watch like that and put in the background or how does it work for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely not in the background because I would just sit there and watch it all day. So, like, I do like background noise. I usually have, music or, I can work with, like, a Netflix series or something on. Usually not something I have to pay a lot of attention to, but I have those little weird things. We talked about one of them. I love pimple popping videos.
Oh,
I know. I love those,
oh,
but some of those, like, they do what is it, ASMR videos, like, with the where they take the microphone and stuff. I'm just always, like, intrigued by it, and then, I also think that there's just some really twisted people, especially on TikTok, that are just doing weird things, and I just love, like, following their stories because it's they're just so cheesy, and it's so funny to me, and I love it. Like, I absolutely love it.
yeah, I don't I don't know about all that. The pimple popping. I didn't realize. I thought it was just a YouTube thing. The pimple popper is actually like on TV,
Oh yeah. There's a
like regular
colony of
television.
us weirdos.
That is
But
so messed up.
it's
So
not.
messed up. There is definitely something wrong with all of the millions of people that follow and watch and love that. There is definitely something wrong with you. I mean, I've said it before. Humans and people are disgusting. I'm not a phobia guy. I'm not. But to like touch people and pop and then watch it and enjoy it. That is so messed up. So
Mm-mm.
gross.
It's so satisfying. Like
Yeah, I want nothing.
it puts me to sleep.
That puts you to sleep.
Oh, I love it.
That's wrong.
I
Oh,
know.
no, thank you. No, I'll put the stuff on the background like that, where it's just guys emptying a ship or cleaning a rug that I don't have to follow along. Like I can get lost in my work for a minute and I can turn back for a hot second and be like, oh, they're still cleaning the rug. Oh, they're still emptying the ship. It's like there's no expectations. You don't have to follow the storyline. It whatever. I enjoy it. I
Oh,
enjoy
I'm
it.
glad
I
you
also
do.
like laughing. You ever see this guy's
Oh
stuff?
man, them scratchies feel good. I appreciate that. Dang. And you got a strong grip that been working your biceps out or something. Ooh, man, that's kind of tight.
That feel good.
Yeah, I can't breathe, but I'm all right.
You ever see this?
No, that's funny.
So this guy
Welcome
puts
back to
voices
another
behind
Rockstar
animals
video. Let
in
me guess.
various in all sorts of
You're here
animal
for some
videos.
funny content.
And if you need a laugh, if
You
you
think
have
it's funny when
5 minute
someone's
break
oppressed,
and you're
don't you?
sitting in your
Don't
car
you?
waiting to go wherever,
Well, here's some
you throw
tests
this
that say
guy's stuff on.
otherwise.
It is so funny. Some of this
You
stuff
know,
is
this is last
so spot
opportunity.
on. Like, listen to this.
For what?
Get that little butter bread.
Man, don't nobody want your bread butts. Man, I wanted a piece of that sandwich when it had meat on it and stuff. Why you couldn't offer me a piece with the meat?
Kobe, you don't gotta stare at me like that, bro.
I don't even want to look at you right now, man. I'm kind of disgusted with you.
Yeah, you gonna give me those eyes?
You gonna get these eyes.
Don't give me those eyes.
No, you gonna get these eyes, bro. I can't believe you trying to offer me bread butt. I don't want no bread butt. I want the whole sandwich.
Bro.
You know what? I ain't got nothing else to say to you about that. Man, that's just cold-blooded, bro. I can't believe you did me like that. Get your hand on my face. Get your hand on my face. I ought to bite your shoes out, too. I'm gonna put a hole in your shoes. What? I ain't doing nothing.
That's what I thought.
Let's watch TV. Let's watch TV.
Parents always want you to grow up. Leave the nest.
It is
But once you
so
jump off the
funny.
Well, can you move your big feet?
No, I'm not letting you under there.
I'm trying to go home. Stop. Ow! Dang, what you... Ow! You done knocked me over, girl. Dang, I ain't asked for your help, man.
No,
Hey, stop pushing me. You gonna make me mad.
no, don't get mad at me.
You helped enough then. Leave me alone. I ain't even want to go this way. All right, everybody.
So I'll
That's
put a link up
good.
in his I'll put a link up to his stuff in there. He's got so many videos out there. And if you're just looking for a one of those that make you belly laugh, that make you happy like deep inside, and you think about it like a later in the day. You think about this dog and what he did and how this guy put his voice to it. It's so much fun.
There's
So
a trend on TikTok right now that is where parents are taking their kids and they're putting them in the bathroom and they're saying, "Hey, I'm going to leave the bathroom and you can say your bad words in here. You're not going to get in trouble. You can say whatever bad words that you want." And the kids are saying them right into the camera. And like some of the kids just go totally gangster. But there was one little boy this morning and he's like, "You're a bad friend. I don't like you." And those were his like bad words, like you're stupid. And I was like, oh, that poor little kid. He's like not saying, like, some of the kids just go in there, they're just dropping F bombs right out the gate. And I'm like, oh, this poor little boy. That's just so sweet. So
oh,
they're so funny. But you know,
I'll have to
on some of these, you just find these trends because your algorithms will start showing you more and more of these things. So you know, you go start watching these rugs getting cleaned, and then you're like down that rabbit hole of like watching rugs getting cleaned.
yeah. Have you seen the kid video where the parents will put like fake poop on the kid's hand?
Yeah. And they're
Like
like, "Ugh." So cute. I
Go
love the
get mommy a fresh roll of toilet paper when they come in, they put it in their hand, and then they just and we're talking kids that are like a year old, 2 years old, that
right.
realize that poop is nasty, and now they have this on their hand. It's not poop, it's usually like whatever, chocolate or something, but they're not actually doing that, but the kid's reaction is super funny. So, I think it'd be a fun little bit if on Mondays, if we had like a couple of our favorite YouTube videos like that we can share like this. And if anybody that's it's watching right now, if you're watching and you have some of those types of videos that you turn to every day that the algorithms are pulling into your search, and when you're swiping through, they automatically pop up because the algorithms know what it is that you like and what you don't. Share with us. We'll check them out, and I think on Mondays we'll make it all about the what do you tube? What are you watching when you're laying there in bed or killing a couple minutes before an appointment or uh, the morning constitutional and that 20-minute little window that you have. 20 minutes, that's as far as you can go because after that your legs start falling asleep.
Hmm.
That's what happens.
You put a timer on.
Yeah.
Like my poop
What have
timer's on. As soon as I walk in the door, you have like a shot clock. It's like a tick down.
yeah. That actually one of those videos came up this weekend too, where it was the wife. There's so many couples out there. This I get jealous over the couples that have successful YouTube channels and social media platforms, the ones that just get along so well and they're both brave enough to be in front of the camera and share their lives and do these crazy funny little bits. You know, they're what's so cool is that they started out as they're a factory worker or whatever, and then the internet showed up, and then social media showed up, and then cameras and this technology showed up, and then you got this couple that's just like they've got such a cute connection, they've got such cute chemistry that they can throw a camera up and then share it with the rest of the world, and now they have millions of followers, and it's so fun to watch some of those get creative and have fun, where they like the waxing my husband's chest kind of thing, or putting nair on his legs or whatever. But one of them showed a video of the wife walking in and grabbing the husband off the toilet because he'd been in there for like 25 minutes instead of 20 minutes. He missed his window, and then he lost all the feeling in his legs. She's carrying him out of the bathroom. And
Oh my
again,
god.
just one of those stupid funny videos that we throw into the background to fill those voids uh, throughout our days. Anybody else got a sore throat right now? Goodness gracious.
Oh, poor Carson.
Anybody feel sorry for me?
You're gonna
Anybody
get
want to like give me a hug? Nobody.
any volunteers?
Nobody. It's all right. We'll make it through the day, I think. It's Monday. It's gonna
I
be
think
cool. We'll get outside and get some sunshine. So
it's probably what you need.
you do what?
I said that's probably what you need is just some vitamin D.
I did that the other day. Day was it that it was super nice out? Mid 50s, whatever day that was. I sat on the porch for probably 15, 20 minutes, soaking in the sunshine,
There's
getting
so
that
much crap
natural.
going around though.
Yeah. And I don't know why I had to be the one to get it, but I feel like I'm swallowing gravel.
Ooh.
Every time I swallow, it's like, ugh. Okay.
Ew.
Yeah. We'll get through that. So what's on the agenda for your day?
My day, I have some client meetings today, so it's always a Mondays are always really busy for me, so I love it.
Like a catch up from over the weekend? Do you,
Yeah,
well,
I try not to work on the weekends as much as possible.
no.
Yeah.
I've always been one of those guys that kind of just works all the time, or the days of the week don't really matter. When I was in radio, you always worked on the weekend. There was always something on the weekends going on. In real estate, people obviously buy houses when they're not working. They go shopping when they're not working, which is on the weekend. So I've always been like an odd shift guy. I've never been the typical 9 to 5 kind of guy ever. So
Eva.
what's up, buddy? How's it going? Good. Oh, look at this guy. Hello.
Hi,
My
Landon.
boy. Time to head to school?
Yes, sir.
All right, my man. Well, you smell fantastic.
Thank you. That's my cologne you got me in Mexico. Robot stuff.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Robot
Well,
home.
yeah. Yeah. So, all right, buddy. Well, you have yourself a good one. You need anything?
I'm good.
No?
Hug.
No money or anything?
I don't use money.
You could use some money? Do you need money? Like literally?
Just kidding.
All right. Well, you actually take that for lunch. I forgot that. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Love you,
Oh, okay.
dude.
You just got your hug, and now you just showed what a good relationship you have with Landon. You're probably getting so many like man points back.
Oh, am I?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, if I could tell you the journey that it took to get to this point, that in itself is a whole nother story. But yeah, he's so cool. Such a to not have to worry about him, to not I am definitely blessed when it comes to being a parent. Like this kid takes care of himself. He feeds himself for the most part. I mean, I do the parent tasks, I do those deeds, but I don't have to because he's like, hey, I'm hungry. I'll go get some food. And he takes care of himself instead of, hey, dad, what's to eat? Can you make me something? And not that I wouldn't, and not that I probably won't. I'll probably miss that when it never ever happens down the
right.
road. But in the interim, his alarm goes off. I've literally I got up, took care of myself, been doing this, and he just gets up and does his own thing. And he's
That's
off to
good.
school today.
My
And then
oldest
tomorrow.
is My oldest is coming home this weekend, and my other kids get mad because they're like, "How come when Ty comes home, you make like this big spread of like food like for 4 days?" And I'm like, "Because he doesn't get to have it all the time like you guys do." So I'm always like, "All right, so tell me everything that you want when you come home," because he just doesn't come home as often. So you do miss it. You like you love the independence, but sometimes you're like, "Okay, come on back."
Yeah. These I wanted to pull up here. Hold on one second. Do you send him home then with a
Oh,
ton
yeah,
of food? Are you one of those
absolutely.
that
I'll load him up because he still lives with roommates, so he, so I'll usually send him home with some goodies, and so does his grandma. His grandma will usually either bake cookies or make him chili or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that was always the best part of going back home growing up. Well, not growing up. Well, after I was an adult. Last week, maybe even. Yeah, mom always sending food home. She's such a food person. That's always one of the questions when you stop there. Are you hungry? And then when
Mhm.
you're leaving is, are you hungry? What do you want to take with you? And there's always containers
Oh, yeah,
of something that
for sure.
that come home. That's always the best part.
Well, Ty's, he's actually bringing his girlfriend home too, so it'll be fun to see.
Is this the first time?
No, we've met her before. We love her.
How
She's
long,
really fun. She's super, super sweet.
yeah, how long they been dating?
Um, it's over 2 years, but
Mm.
they've known each other forever. They lived next door to each other throughout college and then didn't start dating till their last year of college. So,
Oh, right on.
yeah. So, and she lives down in Illinois and he's in La Crosse. So they've been doing the long distance thing since they graduated. So, and it's still going strong and we're glad because we love her.
That's awesome. Good for him. Good
Yeah.
for him. Yeah, Landon's got his little girlfriend too, and I honestly believe my brother came up this weekend for a little bit. He was doing some man shopping, which is like a whole nother topic that I think we should talk about, which is super funny. He was doing his man shopping, and his man shopping brought him to the Valley area, and we were talking about I just derailed. Just totally forgot where I was going. Just started talking about the man shopping. But Landon's we were talking about his girlfriend. And I say, hey dude, I think I met the mother of my grandchildren and mother of your nieces or nephews. I feel like he's gonna be one of those like one and done kind of guys. Yeah, he's just so infatuated with her. Not in, I shouldn't say infatuated. He's grounded, but there's such a strong connection between the two of them, and it absolutely makes me sick when I think about myself and how like, why can't I do that?
Maybe you need to take some dating lessons from your son.
Which might be a funny bit. That
That
might
might
actually
be.
be really funny. All right, Landon, teach me how to do what you're doing, please. You and your 17 years worth of wisdom. Please tell me what the heck I'm doing wrong, because after 45, I still don't have it right.
Did you ask Landon about your triangle?
You know what? I didn't, but I would be willing to bet that he would absolutely agree with it, because he had one little heartbreak back when he was like 12 or 13, and that one little that's hung around for years. That name has come up, that moment where he had his little heart broken, that stuck with him. And I think that's why he's going to be with this one forever. He's not going to want to go through that rigmarole and, he just saw, like, okay, listen, if you do things right, you're happy. And when you don't do things right, this is what goes on. And he didn't want anything to do with that. So I think it's because he had that early little heartbreak that he's going to end up, being successful in the relationship that he's in. And he's always going to try harder and do whatever he's got to do to make things right. Just a peach of a kid, I tell you. I'm so lucky. So lucky. So last week we talked a lot about relationship stuff. I don't want to get that going again too much, although I mean there's so many avenues that we can talk about when we're talking about not just relationships, but I'm dating, specifically dating in today's world, and the scary things that happen. And we had talked about the person that was in your network that almost lost $30,000 to one of those scam type deals where you're led to believe. I guess you can call it catfishing, right? We can call it
Yeah.
catfishing.
Yeah.
Where you think this person exists and their intentions are real and genuine, and come to find out that they're not. So did Pam send you that message over the weekend? Did Pam
Pam.
Wilda? Yeah, I don't know if Pam's watching. I don't even have my comments section up here. Oh, Amy, good morning. Stacy, good morning. Apologize, guys. I forgot to pull up the set speech. I'm loaded up on cold medicine right now and just plowing through this here as best I can. But Pam sent over a message saying, hey, this is an example of what we're talking about. So she sent me a screenshot of this message. I'm just going to read you the message that this guy sent her just out of the blue. So this is the message. Hi, how are nice to write to you here. I just visited your profile and you look really beautiful, and I will be happy if we become good friends. Thanks. But I can't add you here for a while, so please add me now. Thanks. So I
It's just
get it.
constant.
I get it. But that message right there, and the fact now I have spelling errors all the time when I send messages. I don't use grammar correctly. When I type things out, I type like I talk. I use a lot of dot, dot, dot. I don't do it right. But when I'm reading that message from that person, clearly it's like, all right, man, come on. All right, so okay, I'd verify. Like right off the bat, there's like a red flag. There's an alarm going off saying, all right,
Right.
this dude can barely put this sentence together. He's asking for something immediately. Like
Right.
that should set off flags. That should set up big red flares that say, let's just skip that one. Or you send him a message and you say, hey, yeah, you know what? Perfect example. I got hit up with a dating thing over the weekend, asking me if I wanted to hang out, if I'd be interested in meeting up. And I said, sure, just go ahead and check out my profile on the Facebook page. I send them the link to my Facebook page. And the response that comes back is, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a Facebook page. Nope. No, I'm sorry. If you have a dating profile and you have an entire list, you have this portfolio of pictures, and it's like, no, 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 no. You're the type of person that Facebook was created for. If you existed, you would have a Facebook page. You don't have a Facebook page because you don't exist. It's a scam. And it's like there's these little things that you just pick up along the way that you just know that no, this isn't real. This is a fake spamming thingy, and
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like it's easy to pick out. Like I was just looking at my social because I feel like I get these like all the time, and I got one from Dr. Gary Brown, and of course
Oh,
he's wearing a prestigious doctor, white coat, but he didn't capitalize Brown, so it's Dr. capital G for Gary, and Brown was lowercase. And it says, "Hello, beautiful queen. How are you doing today? Are you looking to be a sugar baby?" And it's like,
come on,
I'm not kidding you,
really?
100%. And it's like, you go and check out their profile, and they're following like 2,400 other women that are all like middle aged, and he's like this older distinguished gentleman, and he's got like two profile pictures up, and they both were posted on the same day. And of course it's him standing in front of a medical, like you could see he's in a hospital or something. So it's just, I mean, you can just see some of these that just don't make any sense.
He said sugar baby.
Oh, I get the sugar baby stuff all the time.
Out. Like,
Oh,
come
right.
on. Who would
Or it'll be
respond to that? What type of woman would respond to that? Hey, sugar baby. I wouldn't say that in person. I mean, that's the kind of thing that gets you slapped.
or they'll say, how would you like to have a $5,000 a month allowance? Like, I will get that too. And so sometimes I like to mess with them a little bit. I'll be like, awesome. I'm like, for what reason? And they're like, well, just because I want to and I can. I'm like, oh, let me guess. I just need to give you all my banking information, and then you'll send me all this money. And then I'll be like, do you have the Cash App? And I'm like, no, I don't. I actually was scammed out of my on my business PayPal account. Someone stole like $2,800 out of there. I'm not sure how they did it, but they got into my account and they sent all my money to the Cash App. And I'm like, who actually uses the Cash App?
What? Yeah,
Do
I
you
don't
ever
even know what
use
the Cash
Cash App?
App is.
Well,
I don't know what that is.
I just feel like it's a scam. I feel it's just a scamming thing.
If there's any kind of personal information, and of course, anything that happens with financing, any type of financing stuff, like, I feel like that's like an instant. If they're asking you about that, out. It's automatically. I mean, what good, decent person is gonna ask that?
They're
You know,
not.
and
They're not. But the point is you got to be careful. I don't know how sometimes these scammers get into people's, you know, their accounts somehow. They, all these links and everything that even comes through on Facebook. There was such a push before, in the past couple of months, where people were getting these notification that your account is going to get deleted, and then they realized they're like, what is this? How do we take care of it? I'm like, don't click on anything. Don't click on any link.
well, that's the Facebook stuff that we've got. I mean, you could see the messages that we get on this page. How
Right.
many times have we seen the, "Hey, your account's about ready to be deleted. You got 24 hours, things are gonna be deleted," and when you get the very first one, the very first time that comes across your desk, yeah, you're like, "Oh, shoot. This is serious," because if Facebook shuts down your page or whatever, like, it's a big deal. It's a hassle. There's a lot of effort and a lot of work to go through to get things restored, and you're like, "Oh my god, I don't wanna do that." But then you
There
realize after a minute, okay, maybe this
this
isn't
is
real.
But the first time that they were like, now we're all conditioned to them, where it's like delete, delete, delete. But when they first were coming through, people were kind of freaking out. But there's actually such an issue with people. There's actually, they call them pirates. They're coming in and they're taking over people's like Facebook business pages, and then they're sending messages saying, we'll release this back to you if you pay us $10,000. And there are companies out there that will actually negotiate with these guys and try to get it down to like as little as possible, because some people just, they build up a big following, they build up, they're running their business off of social media, and these people are coming in knowing that there's value there, and they're holding them hostage. They're creating piracy with it, and it's just really scary what's happening out there.
It is very scary. But when it's stuff like that, when Pam sent me that particular message that she got, I mean, right away, I mean, it was screaming to me, do not respond to this one. Do not have any interaction. It's like I get that. But to me, because I've already been through it, because we've talked about it,
Right.
I'm not a middle-aged, maybe widowed woman that is in the dating world, has entered the dating world, is not familiar with how it is nowadays. And when you get those messages, I can see how you can really, really easily slide into that. And that is pretty sketchy. I feel like we need to I feel like we need to take this beyond all of that. In a whole nother level, we have to, like, I don't know, create some kind of content that can be a regular reminder that, hey, Joe is actually Dave, uh, in another country, and
Joe is
like,
actually Dave. Maybe we
yeah,
need to just show more examples of these so people can kind of see what what they look like, and we can break them down and be like, what's their story? I found out the whole oil rig story just because it kept coming up in conversations, but I guess this is something that a lot of these scammers use. So there must be some type of playbook, you know, um, show up as a distinguished gentleman, tell them that they're beautiful and they have an amazing smile, and then sucker them in and tell them you work on an oil rig.
and that was the one that was in that report that I had seen on one of the 60 Minutes kind of shows where they're bringing that stuff uh, to uh, to the attention of the world. But and after you had told me that story about that, I'm gonna see if I can find this. See if I can pull this one up here. There, can you see that?
No,
All right then,
I can't see it.
right there.
No, I can.
There we go. So that's the one that Pam sent. So first message right out of the gates, just out of the blue. This is what it comes through as. And I guess if for a first message, I mean, my first message that I send out is, "Hey, thanks for the friendship. Appreciate the ad. By the way, you have a fantastic smile. I hope you have yourself a great week." That's it. And then I'm the one that gets bombarded, like I'm the creepy guy. I'm doing all the wrong stuff, and I'm like, Joe No Sack over here is sending out messages asking for people. Like, come on, you got to be kidding me, really? I'm the one that catches flag. Joe non-existent over there, who's just messing with people asking for, you know, oil money to get off the oil rig to get in the helicopter. I need a helicopter ride paid for. Like, what? It's ridiculous. It's not fair. And I think we need to create something. We need to build something to help with this. I
I
feel like
think
there's
it's
a lot
just
of
I think having the conversation creates awareness. And when you are creating awareness, they start realizing that there's patterns and stuff out there. And I think that it's really, um, I don't know where people go to learn this stuff. It's not like, if you're recently divorced or, widowed and you're going to get back on back into the dating world, like how to kind of know what to do and what to look for. We think that some of it makes common sense until you've never really experienced it before.
you ever been catfished?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Have
That's
you?
what I've been I was a long time ago before at the beginning of social media and maybe even a little bit before the internet and social media. I fell into it hook, line, and sinker. I mean, I wasn't putting any money on the line or anything like that. It was actually meeting a person who, those weren't the intentions on her end. Her intentions were to catch my attention and be with me, but it was not the person that I had been talking to. It was not the person in the pictures. It was not the person in the conversation. And
Ah,
finally, after I don't know, it didn't take that long. You kind of get these feelings right off the bat, like, all right, something's just not right. But she's saying some of the right things or whatever. And then once I started questioning it, once it was like, all right, I have to ask questions. I have to get these answers, or I've got to move on. So then I'm like, all right, I just started asking these questions and broke her down to the point where I found out where she worked and went to her place of employment and caught her on lunch. And this was not the person in any of the pictures that I had talked to. She was like 25 years older. It was just like, wow, wowza,
that's
crazy
crazy.
people. That
So
was
did
like
you
my
call her out?
first. Oh yeah, yeah, totally called her
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Oh yeah, was all done with that one. And then I had another one where there was a girl that I don't even know if I should tell this story. Huh.
Yeah, now you have to.
So there is actually a point in my life where I thought I was having a kid. My parents thought I was having a kid. We were months into this thing where I thought I had gotten somebody pregnant, right? She sent pictures, ultrasound pictures with her name on them. She sent me a letterhead and a letter from the doctor with the letterhead on it, her name and all of her information saying that she was pregnant. And this went on for almost, my God, if mom's watching this right now, she's gonna get mad at me. But but for real, for
So,
almost 2 months, I thought I was going to be a dad. Just completely lied about everything, fabricated the letter, had found and, like, photoshopped the ultrasound and put her name on it. It was absolutely crazy.
okay, so what's the point? Like, okay, number 1 for catfishing. Like, what's the point in pretending like you're someone else and trying to create a relationship with them? Because they're gonna find out eventually. So that doesn't make any sense. But number 2, why would you fake a pregnancy? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like that doesn't even make sense.
Totally faked it. Like, there was an appointment once for the ultrasound where like, I was going to the ultrasound with her, and she said, "Hey, I was able to get in early. We already did it. If you're not here yet, I can just send you the information." I was like,
Oh my god.
"All right, cool. All right, I guess I don't have to go then." Not even thinking. Like, yeah, so for a month and a half,
So
I
how did you
full
find
on
out that she wasn't pregnant?
I don't remember exactly what I did, or I think it was just a bunch of questions, and finally, I felt so uneasy about it, and I just kept drilling her until it's like, "Listen, you need to come clean," and then she did, and then she said she made it all up, and I was like, "What?"
I feel like in both of your cases, you had instinct that kicked in.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, absolutely. It took a little longer. It didn't have anything to do with financing. I feel like if the financial side of things would have came up quicker, it would have ended quicker. I would have noticed it quicker. Because the second it's always been that way. The second I feel like somebody starts asking about money or your personal information, I feel like, "Ooh, that those whistles, those alarms are going off immediately." And
Right.
once that happens with me, I can't shut it off until I get the answers. So, it took a little while, but once those alarms started going off with this particular woman, then I just was like, "All right, this is something's just not right.
Mm.
Things are just not right." And so, yeah, it's crazy. So if you happen to have any catfish stories, if you happen to have any of these kind of internet trolling fake things that you could share with us, please do throw them in the comment section below. Would love to hear that, or send us an email or a private message after the show, whatever. But would love for us to would love for you to share that and then be okay for us to talk about it a little bit too. But you just never know. You never know what's going to go on in this crazy world that we live in, and I don't know. God, I haven't thought about that in a long time. I felt like such a schmuck both times. I remember the feeling after it going, Chris, what were you thinking? How could you buy into this? I did. But at the same time, I was also like 25, 24, and, still wet behind the ears and still had a lot to learn. But yeah, that was a crazy story. I forgot all about that. Huh.
You're reminiscing right now.
You did what now?
I said you're reminiscing right now.
Yeah.
Going
Reminiscing
back.
of
See, this
crazy
is like
creepy that
therapy.
was.
This is therapy.
All right. I got to go get some more cold medicine. You got anything else for us today?
I do not. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking about local events coming up. So if anybody has a local event that they'd like for us to share, let us know. We'll get it out there for you.
Yeah, and that temperature's obviously warming up quick. If you haven't been downtown College Avenue to see the ice sculptures, if you weren't there over the weekend, we shot a few pictures, a few little videos to see what's happening. But they're still up. We'll be up until they melt. So if you haven't seen those, a lot of cool ones again this year. Another one of those fun little events. There's always something going on in the Fox cities. And there's always something happening in Northeast Wisconsin. There's always things to do. And actually, I had, who was it, on Saturday? I talked to somebody, one of my buddies I was talking to. He's like, God, I'm so bored. There's nothing to do around here. I'm like, man, if you're bored, it's on you. There's plenty of things to do. There's plenty of things to see. And it doesn't always have to involve drinking or spending money. Heck, just a hike, like on a day like today. Head over to High Cliff. Go for a little walk. Get some fresh air. Take in some sun, the scenery.
Get
Get
out
yourself
there.
out and about and set your tone for the week. So all right, so that's what we're doing on Wednesday. We'll be back. We'll be back then. Don't forget to comment. Let us know that you've been listening. We'll put you in the drawing for some gift cards here coming up on Friday. So let's wrap this up. You have yourself a darn fine one, lady, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. All right.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.
See you.